Creating analysis guides. Creating an analysis guide is something that I hadn't had experience with before. This class taught me the importance of having an analysis guide. The guide helps to engage students' thinking in a way that gets them to dive deeper into the so what of things. When we created our analysis guide for our monster calls, we were all into coming up with in-depth questions that caused us to consider different modalities and features. However, completing the analysis guide was another thing entirely. We added so many questions that the guide became annoying and lost its purpose. This is an important thing to consider as a future teacher. Creating questions that engage the students, but not to overwhelm them, is something that must always be balanced out. Digital reading workshops. In this class, I also loved our experience with digital reading workshops. I enjoyed learning about all of the different digital resources that I can incorporate into my workshops that will help students to expand their reading. For example, read aloud videos allow students to see and hear the story as it is being read to them. Some read aloud videos featured animated illustrations, which invites the readers to become a part of their story. Another awesome resource that can be implemented in my future classroom is augmented reality apps. These apps allow students to manipulate the content on a tablet device. By creating this experience, students are able to connect and build a stronger relationship with the material. Escape rooms. Not only are these games fun, but they also have an educational purpose in an elementary classroom. I loved experiencing a created escape room, but loved even more when we used the zombie escape room in class. I definitely plan on using this specific escape room as a community builder in my future classrooms. In one of our articles, we were introduced to Breakout EDU. This is a set that has been created for teachers to bring escape rooms into this classroom. This set comes with all of the tools and lessons you need. I was lucky enough to be able to do a trial run of one of the math lessons, and it was so much fun. This kit is definitely on top of my Christmas list this year. Game-based learning keeps students engaged and willing to learn the content. Through these escape rooms, students work together to achieve the same goal. It helps them to establish a sense of community, all while being engaged in the material. It's a win-win. QR codes. This class introduced me to the idea of QR codes. I really enjoyed being able to create our own codes because it showed me just how easy it could be. I have since implemented QR codes into the lessons that I have written for this course, other courses, and my practicum experiences. QR codes enable users to easily access tons of different information with just one simple step. I like using these within my lessons because it makes it easy for students to quickly access the website you are wanting them to go to. This eliminates the times it would take for students to search for the resource. I also like QR codes because they are so easy to make. Online QR code generators allow you to insert the link or image that you want to include within your code. Then you can easily save the image and add it to any document of your choice. Understanding who you are as a reader. Reading is something that is all around us. As readers, we are constantly interacting with the world. Whether we are reading the latest trashy gossip from e-news or rereading the rubric for our last-minute assignment, our minds are taking in the information we are reading. For me, our first project opened my eyes up to how much we read every single day. Texts, times, emails, Snapchats, street signs, food menus, the list is endless. Because reading is such a huge part of our everyday lives, I hope to teach my students how to appreciate and enjoy reading. I want them to understand that no matter their level, they are readers. The world is full of possible information for them to consume. They've just got to be open to it. Teaching with a purpose. I think for me, one of the biggest takeaways I'm getting from this class is that everything you teach has to have a purpose. For example, you aren't just teaching students that sound and video can change your emotions. Instead, you must also teach them how to analyze the changes, how it changes their experience. How does the sound in the video change how you are thinking about it? What would happen if there was no sound? What is the purpose of this sound? Teaching students to understand the purpose of specific elements can be tricky at times. However, as teachers, we must push our students to inquire about the different aspects for themselves. Allow them to wonder how the features changed their experience. Provide them with guided questions to help them consider different elements.
Created using Powtoon.